Let's talk a little bit more about creating mapped materials. We know that we can turn on and off different map values by clicking on the checkboxes, and we can adjust the amount by percentage with the little sliders. And we can choose a map by clicking on the button and selecting a map from a list in the Material Map browser. So let's say that I create a bump map, and I'm going to choose a noise bump map. I go to a new level in my hierarchy. I can adjust the coordinates. I can adjust the number of tiles, in other words the density, in all different directions, the X, Y, and the Z direction. And you can see that my material changes accordingly when I change these values. I can also adjust the noise parameters, regular, fractal, turbulence, and so forth. And I can add submaps by clicking on these buttons. And I can also adjust the output, the brightness, and so forth. To go back in the hierarchy, click on Go to Parent, or just select from the list and go to the top material in the list, which is the parent. If I want to delete this bump map, there's no delete button. How do I do it? Well, you can simply copy from a none to the bump map. Just drag it over and let go. And it replaces the bump map with a none map or no map. You can even use a combination of map surfaces. For example, I can add a bump map, and I can turn down its value. And then I can go to my extended or my basic parameters, and I can actually add maps here. And I can change the tiling and all of these other parameters to create some very, very complex surfaces. Let's go back to the parent material. So I can use basic parameters, extended parameters, and the maps all together. And this is just a basics disk, so I'm trying to give you an overview of how you can create complex surfaces. And surfaces and materials could be a subject for a whole disk. There's so much to it, and there's so much depth and complexity to it. Mapped surfaces take raster images and place them on the surface of objects as materials. You can use maps in conjunction with extended parameters and basic parameters to create an incredible variety of materials for your scenes.